Alright, Naru impressions. Alright, let's go, boys. Okay, let's start. Um, let's change this to a 5-star art. Look at the difference. One is hunching downwards a little bit, and the other one standing upwards. Hey. And you guys are wondering why I prefer the Naru album skin more, right? It's like her base sprite becomes like just standing up, right? And then the other stuff that actually just changes is her fleshy particle effects. That's honestly about it. I don't think the sprite changed at all. It does not look like it changed at all. Her attack animations looks almost the same. There's like almost no difference. So, I mean, I could say the same for the other ones too, but hey, whatever, right? Alright. Okay, where were we? Okay, so the first one is her biggest change is her Ogis, right? So she gains 3 stacks as the same and extra dark attack up. That's about it, right? Dark attack up? How many turns was that? 3 okay, 3 turns. 30%. 30% is relatively great. Wait, I don't think it stacks. If you're using Ultima Dark, I don't think it stacks, right? So, because Ultima also does 30%, so technically this doesn't really matter all that much, but it's more like this is the one that is important, I guess. Once you get this, then you just remove this kind of thing. But it's nice that she does get mirror image now on her second stance. Okay, here's what I usually I call her stance. The first one, when you start off the battle, I tend to just call it stance 1 because it's so fucking confusing to just say don't fly dance stance and free flutter stance shit. Yeah, that's just a bit confusing for me, so I just call it 1 and 2. So the first one is she starts off is the if I recall correctly, based on her, this is her stance 1. Stance 2 is she takes out her sword and she puts like that. But I can't remember how's it like for her full Lumin Break version. So yeah, I don't think it really matters all that much because yeah, like you said, Ultima main hand isn't really that often for Dark, so it doesn't really matter all that much. This is nice though. This is still nice. But this applies after 5 stars, okay. And then this one, when you remove all the defend down stacks, you also get mirror image after 2 hits. That's great, I guess. I mean, we all know that her biggest problem for Naru is that she is super squishy. Like, because of this in general, and you know how Dark is already, right? Like, standard Dark builds, if you're not in the avatar grid and all that stuff, you'll be using MET most of the time, right? That or X stuff, which doesn't really provide all that much HP. So she can, and then if you really want to have multi-attacks, you might actually put Cortanas in there, even though I don't think you need that anymore these days because Avatar Guns is a thing, and then you have Herma Anubis stuff, you also have Ultima. You can actually put in Ultima stuff in there, but Ultima Katana, who actually makes that? But yeah, so we all know that she's just really like a glass cannon. She hits really hard even before this. She hits hard, but one of the biggest problems is that she's really squishy. Yes, she just gets a lot of damage all thanks to this. She receives a lot of damage, I mean, because of these. And the other problem is that she takes up a lot of time because you need to always press this butterfly effect to change her stance to consistently keep this effect up, which gives her the echo stuff. Excuse me. Oh, 70%. Yeah. So you need this because this gives her majority of the damage. Like, this just adds up so much damage already. And then this is just kind of like a plastic, right? Doesn't really matter all that much. So you will always press the first skill every 4 turns, which can take up a lot of time. I'm not sure if the animation did shorten a little bit, but her current animation seems a little bit slow to me. So especially when you're pressing this every single 4 turns, it 5 turns? Yeah, 5 turns. Every 5 turns is actually quite slow. Yeah, that's the thing. And then, unfortunately, the other problem, she still has this issue where she gets skill sealed the moment you press this butterfly effect. So you can't exactly ODA at first turn, because this is her ODA, right? Her second stance. Yeah, that's one of her biggest problems, and apparently it's still there, right? And her other change is that at level 95, she gets 100% DA up and 10% TA up. Where before it's just 25 and god damn, 25 and 5%, which is trash. Now at least you will have a 100% double attack if you're not using Hades and stuff, which majority of the time you have always issues doing multi-attacks, right? If you're not using Cortanas and stuff, right? Yeah. So, or yeah. This is nice, but for me it doesn't matter that much because I'm using Hades, right? So this doesn't do jack shit. But this is nice though, because it makes it a lot easier. But the thing is, this, for it to be at level 95 is a little bit, I don't know, man. Because this used to be really, really weird, where it's based on how many charged diamonds is that. So it does like the amount of the defend down based on the amount of charged diamonds. That's why when you actually see me use her, I never use this skill at all. I hardly ever, because it was so fucking useless. Majority of the time, like, you want to press it relatively early and just get like what, 7%? Like, what the fuck? Right? So it's like, what's the point? So at least now there's like some use for it, because you just do it like at 25, like immediately. There's no 7% at the beginning. Now it's just 25%, right? Excuse me. So besides that, I think her other change is her 4th skill. She has a 4th skill, but I'm gonna get into that real soon. At level 90, she gets guts, right? She just basically leaves herself at 1 HP, which is 9. Okay, sure. I don't think she needs this at all, but yeah, I guess it's okay. This is nice though. One of the very, very good passives actually. This is really nice, because especially if you use Zoe a lot, so it increases Zoe's damage as well. So this is nice. So it increases Zoe's damage, and if you're using 6, obviously 6 doesn't need damage, right? So, or if you use like Orchid. If you use Orchid and Orchid, Naru, Zoe, it's a very good lineup because of this as well. So it's really, really nice. Or Olivia, yes, Olivia works too, yeah. Yeah, so this is a really nice thing to have. And the thing is, she already has this like since the beginning of time. Not her full limit break stuff. You're doing a full limit break impressions, am I right? So okay, her new skill is this Glasswing Waltz, which has a 3-turn cooldown at the beginning. And then after you use it for the first time, it has a 10-turn cooldown. So what this does is that... What's wrong? Oh. It's not added in yet, apparently. So it gains boost to caster CA specs 1 time. 10% uplift in Glasswing Waltz. Oh, what? Oh, it's not in yet? Oh, fuck me. Okay, what the fuck is this? Can anyone... Okay, what? So it's 60% Ogi damage, 30% cap for 4th. Oh. Is that this? No, I'm pretty sure there's other websites that actually provides the information. Yeah, so I'm wondering. I'm pretty sure you guys know, right? Can you guys fill me in on this? Oh, it lasts for 3 turns. Oh, it lasts for 3 turns? It wasn't. Oh, it's not mentioned too. Makes her next skill proc both effects regardless of stance. Makes her next skill proc both effects. Oh, like this? It just applies both and... Oh, so it's just this? And like this? Yeah, I guess it'll be... Oh. Okay, so... the CA buff you guys mentioned, what? It was 60% Ogi damage and 30% extra cap, right? So that lasts for 3 turns. Am I right? So, or is it all this just lasts for 3 turns? Or is this like a one hit thing? Ogi thing is 1 time. Oh, okay. Outlive is 3 turns. Okay. So the walls is 3 turns as well, or is it a 1 time thing as well? Once every 10 turns is like... I have my doubts. Yeah, I mean, technically, let's just say it's already ready, right? I'm already 3 turns in. I can use this once every 10 turns. She seems very, very underwhelming. Like, really, really underwhelming. Because, like I said earlier, her biggest problems is her being really, really squishy. And her other thing is that she's really, really slow because you have to always mash the skills, right? So, her full limit break does not make her any better. She can just do a little bit extra damage and that's about it. Yeah, but I wouldn't use her in Ultimate Baja HL either way. She's so fucking squishy. There's no point to use her at all, honestly. She's really, really squishy. You know what I was actually expecting on the full limit break? This being removed. I was actually expecting this to be removed. But holy shit, they left it in there. Yeah, honestly, if you ask me, right, the only good thing she is right now is just this things. This too, her Ogi stuff. Besides that, the rest looks trash to me. I mean, yeah, the 100% double attack is nice and all, but it's not really... Yeah, that too. I mean, to be fair, I feel like it's pretty... It feels a little bit too strong, but... Yeah. I was really expecting at least this to be removed. This was one of her biggest problems of her normal version, like before full limit break. She's already so good, but she's so underwhelmed right now. Even at max limit break, you're better off using other characters. Like, the only reason why you want to use her is just this. Right now. In my case. The only reason I would use her is just this. It's just this. There's honestly no other reason to use her. It's like a back auto. I know, right? I mean, I guess it makes a little bit of sense because her 4th skill icon does look very someone like that. But that's actually Octo, right? So I don't understand. She feels really, really underwhelming for a full limit break. She's probably one of the few worst ones I've seen so far. as a full limit break character. So you can just keep her at level 80 and she's great already. A level 100 skill looks pretty trash to me. This looks really bad. You can only use once in every fucking 10 turns if you put it that way. If you just ignore this part. Like once every 10 turns. It's not that fast seeing how you have to press a lot of skills to make her useful if you're not using Hades. Because if you're not using Hades, you probably have to press this button. If you're using Hades, you probably don't need to press this at all. But this is really, really important. It's like what? It's like her bread and butter. If you're using her, and if you don't press this butterfly stance, butterfly effect thing, she's like a worse than a normal character. There's really no point. This is like one of her biggest strengths, and they did not change that. I don't understand. Yeah. This is not needed at all, honestly. This is already there, and it's already good. And it was like there before a full limit break upgrade. This is like, sure. This is like brain dead add-on. It's not needed. It's nice. It's not needed. What she needs is this. Getting the fuck out. She does not need this. This makes her really, really weak. And this. Fuck off. This thing. This skill seal and this thing. If they just remove those two, she'll be great. A great full limit break character. Not OP, but great. One of the reasons why I say that is because she's still gonna be really, really slow. Because you need to press this button all the time, right? And she needs like, you get 3 stacks, right? So that's 15%, right? 15%, so that's like, 4 times. Yeah, you need 4 times to max it, right? At least. My math is not working right now. Yeah, at least 4 times to get to 50%. And so 4 times, that means 15 turns. That's like 20 turns. I mean, yeah, they could reduce this. As in, yeah, they could reduce the cooldown. I honestly don't see why this is so... they consider this as super strong to the point they have to put it to 10 fucking turns and ready in 3 turns. This is okay. This add-on is okay. I'm good with this. But this is not needed. This is not needed. These are nice. Nice to have. Great. But one of her bread and butter is not being affected. I don't understand. Yeah, exactly. That you don't need to use her. Even put it this way, I could even use Black Knight now. Black Knight is a lot better right now because of her new passive that was recently changed. Especially if you're using enmity grades, right? Black Knight is really, really strong now. And she has her own sustain. Her skill 1 nuke is just whatever, right? But doesn't really matter. So, plus she can fear. It's like one of the few characters in game that can fear. Besides 6 local 1-turn fear thingy, you know? But one thing, I really don't understand why this was not changed or improved. They could at least reduce the 7% to like maybe 4%. I don't know. It could be a little bit better because this sucks so much balls. It makes her weak because of that. She's so squishy thanks to this. Because most of the time, you will be trying to Ogi this part, right? This one? Fuck off, man. This stance number 1. You want to Ogi with Naru in that stance because you want to gain attack for her. Especially with this, because this lasts like forever, right? If I recall correctly. Yes, if I recall correctly, this lasts forever. Until dispelled. Yes, this can be dispelled. So, if you will want to increase this so you can get her buffs up a lot more. Majority of people will do that if they're not using enmity and shit, right? Well, then again, you don't need this if you're using a full avatar grid or Hades grid, right? So, anyway, yeah. So majority of the players would want to Ogi with this, but if they do this, they'll make her even softer. So it's like you need to delay this a little bit, like to not increase her stack up a little bit, just to get some extra sustain when yeah, so she's really underwhelming, man. Talk about Summer Matrix. Oh man, she's one of my favorite characters, and yet she gets this kind of treatment. Feels bad, man. I feel like they could have done a lot better. This kind of shit is not needed, man. It would be really nice if they get rid of this. Because if they get rid of that, she can ODA in the first turn, and that would really help a lot. And then she'll probably be 9.5 at least because of that, or at least a 9.0. Because right now she looks like 8.5. Because there's so many other characters worth using. The only time you want to use her is for Overdrive Assassin. That's all. Because Overdrive Assassin makes her hit super hard. Really hard. Because it's like, if you're fighting against, like, say, I think one of the best examples I would say is Metatron, because Metatron's Overdrive lasts like super long in the first half of the reign. So you can just consistently like keep doing multiple OD Assassin on Metatron with 70% echo, right? And then you just do fuck tons of damage. If you include Shiva too, great. But that's not what we are talking about here. Yes, that's why. Yeah, because the reason why a character turns full limit break is that you will want to make or improve a character based on its weak points, right? I'm glad they changed this. This is great because one of the weak points, if you're using a Magna Grid, her multi-attack is trash. It's really bad. I'm pretty sure if you go look back all my old videos, you probably see me complaining like majority of the time, because I use her a lot back in the day. So this is great. But the other problems is this stuff. But they didn't change it, so I mean, this is great. But this is not changed. It's like, what the fuck? We don't need this. This is like whatever, man. We don't need this. Honestly, right? We really don't need this at all. Having the 30% damage cap, great. It looks good, but it's only once in every 10 turns, so and this lasts for like what, 3 turns you guys mentioned? It lasts for 3 turns, right? And then this is like, oh, it applied 2 in a row. Great. It'll be nice if you can do this in your first turn, right? But no, you can only do it in turn after 3 turns. It's like, what? The reason why, if you can actually do this in your first turn, it would be great because she can help debuff. But now she can't! So what's the point? So there's really no point for you to use this debuff thing. When you use this, the only reason why you want to use skill 4 is because of this. The fucking Ogi cap and shit, man. There's no other reasons why you want to use that. Because 10% uplift is like, sure, 3 turns. Like, you get 30% in 3 turns. Like, okay. Yes, exactly. That's what I was trying to say too. It's like, I don't know what they're trying to do. Dude, I tell you, if they actually just at least reduce this a little bit and remove this skill seal, I can assure you she's not going to be like super top tier. She'll still be really slow. You can just remove this. I don't care. This is not needed. If she just reduce this, or just remove that, and remove the skill seal and this defend down, it should be great. A really strong full limit break character. Like, holy shit. Because right now she's, I don't want to say it, but she's trash. One of my favorite characters too, of all time. It's bad, man. The full limit break is trash, man. Like majority of the add-ons is not, it's not great. It is just, I don't know, man. I kept even Andre is a lot stronger than her, right? The fuck? It's like Andre's usefulness is a lot better than what she is right now. I'm so fucking disappointed, man. You know, I can assure you the reason why they didn't change this is because of this. Because you can remove all the stacks. But wouldn't it be great if you can actually have this and this together? You just one button. Isn't it? Wouldn't it be a lot better though if you think about it? They just need to rework this a little bit if they want her. If they really want to make a full limit break Naru like worth to have kind of thing. Because if you ask me, right, I'm a little bit lazy to get her to 100 right now because of this. She's so weak at 100, man. This is not needed at all. Yeah, I know. She feels really, really trashy. Yeah. It's really, really unfortunate. She used to be really, really core 2 back in the day. And this doesn't change things. Usually if they get a full limit break, it changes things. Remember how Serral used to be trash? Look at him now. The moment he gets full limit break, he became a god. And meanwhile, this character. Oh god, I'm so sad. Yeah, I guess you could just get her just for extra stats, right? Sure. Oh man, there's so many other characters with full limit break makes them so much stronger, man. Let's go through. Let's go through. This guy turns into a god. Not really, but still good. She turns into pretty damn good support character. Same goes for this. It's like, these two, it's good. Like, they're good at that. Like, the stuff that they can provide is really, really nice for the element. Great. She's a bit mediocre, but she's still really, really good because she's sword. She just was recently buffed because her third skill she does unchallenged. She can buff herself and all that stuff. Is just really, really good. This guy is a fucking god tank. He has phalanx in 6 turns, man. Come on. She has 6 turns phalanx and his nuke is insane. And he can help you debuff. And that debuff is really, really good too, I would say. She's great, but she's a little bit underwhelming. Because but she can hit really, really hard though. John, if you want the solo stuff, she's really, really good though, because she can help you debuff and stuff and help you buff. But if you have Song and Funfu and Full Limit Break, I don't think you need her. Yeah, Lady Grey is one of the few underwhelming characters as well. Like Lady Grey, John, and Selena is one of the few underwhelming ones. Lancelot is pretty damn nice now, I would say. Lancelot is really nice. Lena is pretty good. Magisa's trash. Birdman's great. Percival is insane. Actually, Birdman is insane too. Serral is insane. Siegfried is insane. Silva is insane. Vasiraga is not too bad, but still good. Vera is trash. Yuel's insane as well. See, like, we have like a lot of characters just turned from 4 stars to 5 stars and made them super, super good. She's one of them. Yuel is one of them. Vasiraga is one of them. Silva is one of them. Siegfried is one of them. Serral is one of them. Percival is one of them. Birdman is one of them. Magisa no. Lena, yes. Lancelot, yes. Gawain, yes. Charlotta, yes. Cagliostro, yes. Arulu, yes. Altair. See, we have so many characters that have a major jump in like from max limit break to full limit break, 4 stars to 5 stars. That jump having that extra 1 star makes them a much better character and a lot worth to have. If you don't have it and then you want plan to sub-ticket them and shit. See, that's why Naru is like one of the few shitty ones. I actually realized the dark 5-star characters have a lot of shit ones. Lady Grey is pretty shit, but she's alright. Vasiraga's alright. Vera is pretty. Yeah. That Naru is also. Yeah. You know. Anira? No, I'm just talking about sub-tickable characters right now. Summer Eo got buff at one point. Yeah, but I'm talking about just sub-tickable characters in general, that's why. Just to put that clear. So it's like you actually want to make a guy like want to sub-ticket the character, you know? Like when you feel like, oh shit, I need a certain element character, and then so happen that, oh yes, I can afford sub-ticket next time around, so I'm gonna get that character so it can help me like a whole lot. But no, that Naru doesn't do that. She doesn't. I honestly think even Vera does a whole much better job than her. Like Vera does do something, you know? Vera helps at full limit break. She does help. Even Vasiraga does a better job if you ask me. Even Lady Grey does a better job because she can debuff really well. And she can delay as well. She's kind of like your sustain a little bit. But you can kind of... If you really want to focus on that, you can always roll for her in your first rolls, right? So it's like... So Naru is pretty... Yeah, it's pretty really trashed here as a full limit break character. She's really bad, man. Feels fucking bad. Wait, what? Fear me, that's Turn a weakness into strength. Yeah, it does, yeah. Can also zombify as well. I'm not even sure what zombify does these days, but I remember they were trying to change that. So, yeah. Yeah, so I think that's about it for my impressions on Naru. She's just really disappointing. She doesn't need her full limit break at all to actually be useful because of all the stuff I mentioned before. It doesn't improve her weakness at all. It doesn't change shit. The only weakness she got improved on is this stupid damn thing, which is... Sure. It's like... Okay. Alright. Cool. There's no other reasons why you want to get it at all. It's like, okay. Right. She's already pretty low on tier because there's so many other good characters for Dark, and there's no reason to use her at all. We have Olivia, we have fucking Black Knight, we have Orchid, we have Six, we have Dark John. Damn, I can't think of on top of my head right now. I mean, Zoe's brain dead, right? But yeah, there's a lot of Dark characters that are really good and can be used besides her. So, oh god, she's so sad, man. Alright, we're done. We are done.